Hello. How about now? Can you hear me? Let's try this again. Woo, woo, woo. Oh, yeah. Um, yeah. Once again, welcome to another exciting episode of Transit Talk. You know how we do over here. And another exciting episode. Yeah, we're going to talk about Mercury and Cancer. I say sincerity talks because a lot of people like to say money talks, and I'm not going to deny that one bit. But it is also important to know that sincerity talks as well. I haven't used this mic in a long time, so I'm actually really glad to be using this again. And yeah, this is the high school. Yeah, so let's get it, y'all. Let's get it. Mercury in Cancer is definitely going to be an important transit that helps unleash a very powerful level of very psychic knowing. All right. A lot of this psychic knowing is going to be balanced primarily with a lot of these hardcore decisions you're making in your life. Shout out to those of you on the live chat. Yeah, are you guys enjoying these changes? This new moon in Gemini has changed so much already, and just know that these changes are going to keep occurring over the next 2 weeks. Everything about mutable sign energy is to do with transitions and, of course, changes, but most importantly, magic. This transit for Mercury and Cancer is only 2 weeks, and a lot of how you move forward to this magic will have much to do with how receptive you are to your own soul's thoughts. What's up, LS? Cherry? Yeah, so really keep that in mind because interestingly enough, a lot of how you personally come into all the work you have built for yourself will bring into great fruition a deeper understanding of your own potential, which sounds really cool, but this is really just my way of saying, get ready to get in your feelings. Thank you so much for the birthday wish, Diavolo. Very, very, very grateful. And yeah, I'll be pulling cards for a lot of people since I was there. So much appreciated. But yeah, prepare to get in your feelings a lot, y'all. This is really not so much a bad thing, and I'm not gonna say prepare for you to be in your feelings. There's just gonna be a lot of people who are gonna be in their feelings. Okay, a lot of people, and it's definitely important because a lot of how you personally deal with this messy energy will have everything to do with your character. It'll have everything to do with your own level of sincerity, once again, right? So, it's definitely going to require greater patience on your part in the face of people who don't necessarily, believe in themselves. You might have to be the one lone person who actually communicates how you really feel, even if it's an unpopular opinion, just so you can be the reference point for other real people. Okay. But when we look at Cancer, once again, we talk about sincerity. Sincerity is all about saying and staying true to how you feel. That's why Cancer is next to Gemini. That's why Gemini is next to Cancer. And that's why Cancer is next to Leo. Because before you could really speak that language of love, before Mercury goes into Leo, it has to go through Cancer. You have to really feel what's sincere to you so that when you're opening your heart, it comes from a very holy place. And that's another keyword for Cancer: holiness. Okay. The reason why Geminis make such great liars is because we represent truth. The reason why Cancer could be a very nasty freak is because they are very much so holy. They know how to stand in their own integrity, in the positive light of it. And it's going to really reveal a lot of how certain facets inside yourself make themselves known. This is going to be a very interesting transit. Um, Only because, well, also because just like Venus, we're going to have this grand water trine. And once again, just as quick as Mercury transits are, um, by the 28th of June, Mercury will be out of Cancer and it'll be entering in Leo, catching up with Venus. So during these 2 weeks, the sun will be finishing out a Gemini, and it's going to end with an opposition to Saturn. And this is more of us going into that war. Okay, the grand water trine that we're having as well on this is definitely going to um, entail a lot of messy emotions that come out to the surface. Okay. Um, no, I looked at Astro Dim's comment like that. Like, oh, I gotta clear it up. So someone asked, what does the word freak mean to you? Because I realized freak doesn't mean the same thing to everybody. Um, when I meant nasty freak, I meant in the sexual way. All right. Cancers could be nasty, not even nasty. Cancers could be sexual freaks. When I say nasty, I mean like down, dirty, and sexy. All right. That freaky, 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 right? But isn't that interesting? Because the sign of Cancer is all about holiness. It's all about being full of integrity. And it's nice to see, that duality and polarity there. What the sign represents, you'll always have insight to where their worst can be. You know what I mean? Pisces is all about transcendence and about divineness and magic. So, of course, the dark side of that is it could be very delusional and pathological liars. You know what I mean? So that's not to say that's the essence of the sign. That's just more going to be the distortion. It's never usually the zodiac sign's fault. That's one thing to remember. It's always the person who does not live up to that ideal. All right. So just keep that in mind. There has been a grand water trine that Venus has gone through, and it really helped add greater psychic depth to how well you can literally feel different levels of emotions. But the opposition to Capricorn didn't make this pleasant. It made this almost very dangerous. And now that Mercury's here, we're going to have a much more powerful processing experience. This grand water trine is going to indefinitely facilitate this psychic evolution you've been going through and make it so that you feel it now. Everything about this psychic evolution was very unconscious, and a lot of it was also mental. Now this is going to, through your processing system and perception, allow you to very much so feel what your power is, especially as we go into Cancer season, which is all about feeling your power. All right. Aries season is about identifying your power. Taurus season is about valuing your identity. Gemini season is about developing the message of you and your power. And Cancer is all about feeling your power. What is the source? What is the juice? Do you have the juice? You know what I mean? We got the juice in Cancer, the sauce in Scorpio, and I don't even know what word to call Pisces, but it's another kind of derivative too. And it's something it's something very legendary, but it's definitely going to come in, you know what I mean? And just like Karen says, because you are so sincere, you are gaining all of the trust. Trust is an eighth house Scorpio energy that comes from sincerity. All right. Remember, a lot of what this grand water trine energy is doing is it's allowing you to feel people's other feelings. That's what makes this messy. Okay. And some of you are having to deal with other people's feelings that you really don't care about and you really shouldn't care about. And you could allow yourself to when it's not necessary. Remember, it doesn't matter what it is in this life you do, the correct reaction to most things, not to say that you want to dismiss one's feelings, but compassion. A lot of people think they keep it real. A lot of people think, oh, they're so real because, you know what I'm saying, they say how they feel. That's not the same thing as sincerity. Being blunt is not the same thing as being sincere. There is a compassionate sense to Cancer that knows you're being empathic when you're being sincere. So you see some people are like, oh, I'm just being honest, I'm just being real. And they are not being real. They're just being blunt. They're being really dumb. They're kind of saying things that is no one really cares to hear. So really keep that in mind, because you know, when you do something that someone else may not like, then, you know, if there's no compassion behind what they're saying, you really don't have to take it seriously. And I say that because some of you could outright let it get to your heart. Like if somebody was to look at you in the face and call you a loser, you could literally take it seriously. Some of you are kings and queens. Like that should be the last. It should just deflect. Like in this life, you're going to have people who love you. You're going to have people who like you. You're going to have people who are indifferent. You're going to have people who dislike you. You're going to have people who hate you. So Saturn and Pluto are having you feel the projections of this serious negativity so that you get stronger through it, so that you transform through it, so that you go through it like so. I think it was Jennifer Brewer, or maybe even you, Diane. I think I saw this on your post where it was saying somebody's account of a story is just their opinion, right? When somebody sees something, it's just their perception. It's not the truth. Somebody's idea of something is an opinion. It's not a fact. So, you know what I mean? You need to be okay with the fact that certain people are going to project their own opinions on you. And this is your chance to really look back. You don't know, you're gaining power from this. See, everyone puts up a front consciously, but it matters about what's subconscious. Someone can try and get other people to believe all sorts of things. Someone can try and put up a mask on themselves and build themselves up, right? But how do you let that, you know what I mean, affect you? All perspectives, yes. He has called out mainstream media. He's working his 10th house sun. I love it. It's amazing. Just like Nero said, you can hate me now, but I won't stop now. This is your golden opportunity to look up in the face of people who openly dislike you and look them in the eye and be like, so? Because a lot of people would either put their head down or feel uncomfortable, and you have to feel comfortable in uncomfort. And if anything, you still also have to honor and appreciate that kind of honesty, because anybody who at least it's better to have an open hater or someone who is open with their dislike with you than someone who acts like they're your friend. So in that regard, that's cool. But just know this whole pressure of this dislike and negativity is going to increase, especially through Cancer season. so that you can confront it. Now, it's not that everything is just negative. Now, you're going to focus more on the negative because that's what's coming up to be released. As you're hearing that stuff too, there's a lot of positivity you're hearing. There's a lot of love. Like, it's not just bullshit, it's not just negativity, but you're going to have that, you know what I mean? And Nebula Club, or how about no haters unless they want to get murked? You can adopt that attitude. This whole turn the other cheek, oh, I'll be compassionate towards my haters. That shit does not fly in spiritual warfare. A lot of you come from ancestors who were warriors in their tribe. That shit's still in your blood. And you should not accept anything or anything negative in your personal space. Everybody has the right to be who they want to be. But when it comes to your personal space and when it comes to your sacred space, you really want to defend that. And some of you are kind of activating this energy that you might have inadvertently been deterred from claiming. Now, I'm going to say this one more time. There's this very powerful, powerful, powerful sovereignty check that's happening to where every single one of you watching me are doing things in your life that rub other people the wrong way. And that's what it makes it a spiritual war. You may have inadvertently been holding, and this is a channel message for a lot of you. Stop holding yourself back for other people. Some of you have spent near your whole life holding yourself back because you've let people kind of feel a certain way towards you. You've let certain people talk to you a certain way, and you could have clapped back, but instead you were just kind. You just let it happen. It's not even necessarily a bad thing. You just let it happen. You never really showed them how angry you can get. All right. Most people can't even handle it. And so stop holding yourself back, because now these idiots have grown up thinking they can talk to you any which way. After all, they've never, ever, ever, like, think about, this is how powerful you are. Some of you are beating yourselves up for it. And then you have to think, when have you ever clapped back? Never. So that means these people don't even know your power. That means you've let those people do that. That's how powerful you are. Hmm. Woo! How about now? Can you hear me now? That's very interesting. Woo, woo, woo. So this is retarded. Um, I started preaching that truth. Your boy started preaching that truth, and they want to get in the way. I was talking about something. I was talking about alchemization of energies, and they want to cut off your boy. That's straight. You can't stop me, son. It is what it is. You're really learning how to alchemize this, and that's why your spirit guides are allowing this negativity to come up, because you don't really need to alchemize against the positivity unless it's coming from a negative place. Some of you are evolving. You're not the same anymore. So you're having to go back in the same habits, the same situations you were back in high school, back 20 years ago, back in your youth, so that you can now transmute that energy. And once again, that's what I'm saying. Like, a lot of you were made to feel like you're weird. You're not really weird. You're different from other people around you. Remember, anyone's opinion is ultimately subjective. So you have been doing certain things, you believe certain things that rub other people off the wrong way. And one thing that you're learning is that that doesn't make it wrong just because it affects other people. This is also exposing that certain people who have told you certain things you did were wrong, it wasn't wrong at all. This was just how they could manipulate you. So let me give you a cheat code here. Let me give you a study guide. Anybody who responds with no compassion, like if you do something, right, and you do something for you and someone responds with enmity or someone responds without compassion, they seek to control you. They don't care about the real you. They want you to be the you who they want you to be. That's not you. So Mercury in Cancer is going to continue to shed people away from your life who don't really like you. They don't care for you. They have an idea for you. They want you to be you to an extent. You don't need those kind of losers in your life. Okay? Those are losers. Trust me. This is the time we're in. Listen, all the people who are popular now, I'm talking about almost all the people who are popular now, all the people who are successful, like what people don't know is the whole stuff is about to shift. A lot of people who are successful are not going to be successful anymore because they were successful off the old model, off deceit, off this programming. People who are authentic, people who are real, that's the new popular. People want to hear the truth. It's fading out. A lot of people who felt they were never cool, a lot of people who felt they were losers or whatever, they're going to be the ones. All the people, and most of the people who were called nerds, geeks in high school, and I'm not talking about people who are like cool, but they just never, I'm talking about people who they were very socially awkward, whatever, blah, blah. This is the age of Aquarius. What we even signify as success is switching up. It's these younger kids who are going to dictate what's popular. And they're going to, the stuff that we, for some reason, thought was popular, which we didn't, the stuff the older generation glamorized, but not everyone did, but majority did, that shit's not going to fly. That's not going to be cool. Like, it's about to literally switch dramatically. And this is going to make people be in shock because so many people, fake popular, thank you. So many people have built an identity around falsity, around fake stuff. So for those of you who have kept it real and true to you, this is your time. This is your moment. You're literally ready to feel at a deeper level a great understanding of how to step into your power. So I have another channeled message for you. We're going to talk about Mercury and Cancer, but these channeled messages that I'm talking to you are things that are going to occur during this transit. As most of you wake up your psychic ability, you have to remember you have positive soulmates and you have positive spirit guides, but there's also the devil on the shoulder. There's also negative spirit guides. So listen, some of you, as you speak your truth, as you evolve your intuition, you're simultaneously getting negative impulses to suppress it. You can have like an intuitive idea and then you'll hear a negative thought about it. And it's one that hits your vulnerability. So it's like, oh yeah, I was weird for thinking that. That is a lie. That is a lie. Look at me right now. You are not delusional. You are not crazy. Okay. And I have to say that because this is a legit process. Some of you are learning spiritual sovereignty by standing alone, even if everybody else thinks something about you. And this is applying to all of you in different areas of your life. Okay? This is very important because the more you have to get to that place internally where you're so unfuckwittable, you're so unshaken, because a lot of you are growing psychically, so you can hear other people's energy. You're starting to combine with other people's energy, and it's important because if you don't have your spiritual core, if you don't have your strength, then you could literally let other people who are irrelevant to your life dictate how you're supposed to feel, dictate what you're supposed to think. And don't let that happen. You're allowed to do anything you want as long as you take responsibility for it. So listen, any kind of negativity that you gain, it's so simple. We've complicated this, but it's so simple. Hurting people hurt other people. Hate only comes out from a heart that has hate in it. So anybody, like, trust me, if someone truly has love in their heart, if someone has a enlightened mind and an awakened spirit, then everything towards you that comes from them will be the fruits of the spirit. It'll be pure. There'll be compassion behind it. Some of you guys are listening to people who have none of that. Like, some of you guys will listen to someone who's critical and who feels, oh, you're this, but they're useless and they're irrelevant. You're taking seriously someone more. And I hope you guys don't think I'm talking about someone in particular. I'm not talking about someone in particular. I'm talking about this applies to many people. I'm talking about in general. Like, some people, those people are weak. The nature of the dark forces working through people are weak. They don't have power. Their only power is illusion. Their only power is psychological manipulation, because they're afraid of your truth. You have a lot of these people who are projecting negativity and hate. They're afraid of you. It comes from fear. And so the best way that they can suppress your power is to, every time you use it, they're psychic too. Every time you use it, they try and say things that make you doubt yourself. But this will backfire if every time somebody shows you negativity, you're just like, yeah, I'm intimidating someone else today. Clearly, because it's that extreme, guys. It's that extreme. If they had love in their hearts, they will be showing love. That's what I do. I don't hate on nobody. I just show love. It's to the point where, you know, it's hard. Sometimes it's worse. It's hard for me to know gauge discernment sometimes, because I can see the good in everybody, which is not always a bad thing, but it's always good to have that discernment. There's a difference between having discernment, though, and just being a plain salty, bitter hater. And all those people who project that on you, it's because they don't like themselves. Whenever somebody hates on you, it's because they don't like themselves. Having a narcissistic obsession with yourself is not the same as loving yourself, okay? So trust me when I say that. You're going to pick that in. Some of you are telepathically hearing this and it's hurting your soul. Trust me, some of you are having experiences where it's like your vulnerabilities are getting hit and you want to gain strength through that. All right? It's illusions. It's an illusion. What you're hearing is an illusion, but you're being brought an illusion to deceive you. Don't fall for the deception. Okay, and thank you so much, Sheena. I really do appreciate that. And yeah, that Peace Dealer Retreat is coming soon. Okay, Abby, thank you so much, because this is so hard to word. You know what I mean? Like, you guys don't know. Some of you guys don't know that you're dealing with real demons and devils. Like, the image that I have are people in person who put on this face that they're cool or whatever, or that they're rational, but behind closed doors, they're like super mega witches and wizards, and they astral project, and then they send negative energy through you throughout the day. And you guys pick up on that. You guys are like, stop thinking you're crazy. You're not delusional when you pick up on someone telepathically, or someone, it doesn't have to be telepathically where they're like, oh, I'm thinking about this person and I'm going to send them this thought. No, it's something as simple as, oh, I look at this picture online, I hate this person, and now I'm thinking negative thoughts. You're going to hear that. You're going to hear Neptune's and Pisces. Like, you're going to pick up this. That's that water trine. And so some of you are feeling it, and you're letting it get to you. Listen, you're a sovereign being. The opinion of peasants and peons does not mean anything. And if the language or terminology of peasants and peons is elitist for you, I don't mean peasants and peons in the sense of they don't make enough money. Anyone is a peasant or anyone who does not believe in you, anyone who does not respect you, you must see as a peon. You must see as a peasant. Okay? Anybody anyone who has the audacity to disrespect you, you cannot respect. You can show compassion towards, because they might be in a certain place, but you have to protect your space. And this is what the universe wants to do. The universe wants to put you in situations with this Cancer transit where you're dealing and feeling emotionally dislike towards yourself, so that you can emotionally reprogram that and be like, I don't care if you don't like me, I'm me. You know what I mean? I'm going to focus on those who love me, and I'm going to focus on those who support. And this is important because in order for you to gain that courage to go to Leo and express your heart, we're getting to a point where you're going to have the courage to sing your heart out in a room of people who hate you, and it don't even faze you. I was not always like that. I used to be a very timid individual because I didn't believe in myself as much as I do now. And a lot of you have helped me do that now. So now I can go into a whole crowd and stadium and speak my message in truth. I can sing and express myself, even if the people who I'm looking at, I know don't like me. I could be like, yeah, I know you don't like it, but I'm still going to do it. That's courage. That's strength. This is what you need in this spiritual warfare to assert and manifest it. Nobody can stop you. Trust me. That's the work of the dark forces right now. Nobody can stop you. So the spirit police is sending non-believers. A non-believer is a special type of peasant who is literally deliberately set so that every time you believe in yourself, they do something that makes you feel insecure. This is not going to work on people who believe in themselves because they know who they are. Know thyself, beloved. So that when these non-believers get sent, they're just wasting their time. And it's that simple. Okay. Now listen, this is where things get complicated. Because it's not always a deliberate kind of thing where it's like, oh, I'm going to be evil. A lot of people feel like the way they see the world is absolute. So when you do things that irk them or are different, then they can call you weird. They can call you crazy, but you're not weird or crazy. You're being you. And they can't control you. They can't manipulate you to fit into what they're wanting to do. And so you're automatically that. You need to release that. Some of you have allowed your parents to do this. Some of you have allowed friends to do this. Some of you have allowed people in your work to do this because they lord over whatever kind of power, illusory power they have, and feel like they have it towards you. Ladies and gentlemen, being real and being authentic is not the most fun thing in a world of fake people, in a world of people who refuse to believe in themselves. And let me tell you why people are afraid of you. Because they refuse to believe in themselves. They, just like you believed in yourself, they had the chance to believe in themselves too. Just like your subconscious has been doing everything to get to know you, theirs has been, but they don't listen to their subconscious. They don't listen to their magic. They think it's a coincidence, and they grow bitter, and they grow very much more confused every day, and they lie to themselves every day. So here comes you walking your spiritual path, walking your spiritual purpose. No, you don't know everything. You don't know every detail. You still make mistakes. You still do things that you need to teach yourself may not be right, but you're living your purpose and you're reflecting that to them, and that irks them. Listen, just like you're waking up, we're headed into war, guys. Just like you're waking up, they're waking up too. And the evil and the negativity that they've been feeding their hearts with, I mean, there's some bitter ass people out there where they just do nothing, but they just look at other people and they just hate other people. Oh, I don't like that person. I don't like what they're wearing. I don't like this. And they literally feed their hearts with hate. That's awakening. They're about to be super haters, just like you're about to be super powered, okay? And you can't allow any of this. You can't allow anyone to gaslight you anymore because you know who you are. And you know what? You're going to feel dislike from other people. Trust me when I say, even if what you did is traditionally wrong, as long as you can own up to it in your heart and you're going to take responsibility for it, no one can make you feel any which way. No one can make you feel like you're wrong for it. No one can make you feel like you're less worthy of respect for it, provided you're willing to take responsibility if you even feel it was wrong for you to do. Take back your power. The climax of this spiritual war in Cancer season is to completely take your power back and to stand firm, believing in yourself no matter what. Say it with me. No matter what. No matter what. No matter what. no matter what. Okay? I swear there's some people in this world who are on some kind of entitled high horse and they feel that they can look down on others. They feel that they feel that they can say their useless, meaningless opinion to you as if it's supposed to change. You know those people who give you their unsolicited advice? You don't need people like that in your life. You really don't. And so let them go. Do you know why they stay around? Because they're obsessed with you. These are things that are going to come out. Cancer shows us how to read between the lines, especially Mercury in Cancer. It doesn't pay attention to what people say. It pays attention to what people don't do. It pays attention to what people don't say. Okay? This person might be always throwing you negativity, but how come, you know what I'm saying? You're going to see how contradictory people's actions are. You know what I mean? Like if someone truly was in a better place than you, if someone truly was in a high place, what you do would not affect them. Let me tell you how powerful you are over these people. Since when do ants affect you? Do you know what I mean? Like something that that you're truly powerful over does not affect you, right? It's not going to bother you. You're not going to be bothered by it. It could be whatever, but you have better stuff to do. You're not going to waste time. So for people to waste their time and constantly project negativity on you, they're obsessed with you. It's love, but it's a distortion of love. If they truly had better things to do, if they and I'm talking about vibrationally because this is happening more spiritually than anything. If that energy had better things to do, it wouldn't spend the majority of its time projecting negativity at you. Why is it projecting negativity at you? It's afraid of you. You're awakening. Every day you're evolving. So you can flip it on its head and take your power back. Some of you are acknowledging energies that you don't even need to acknowledge because you're on a higher level. And I'm guilty of this myself, and I'm moving on myself. Okay. So keep this in mind. Mercury in Cancer is definitely ready to allow you a much greater psychic ability to alchemize a lot of this energy. But let me warn you, things are going to get darker. Okay. You guys have to have the level of strength to be okay with negativity being thrown at you and you just take it. Emily said it best. Hate is love in a negative vibration. That's why the opposite of love is indifference. Okay. And indifference is the energy that you need. You must be indifferent to it. You're going to be mad. I have a Mars in Aries, so I react very quickly to things, but you just have to be indifferent. Sometimes your pride might get hurt, but it's not about your pride. It's about remembering the spiritual sovereignty, because all those energies that you feel that from, if you feel it, is because you're sensing, certain energies. And that's why you have to trust you. This is the next channeled message that I want to tell you. For those of you tapping very powerfully into your supernatural energy, for those of you tapping very powerfully into Neptune, into Uranus, and into Pluto, especially if you have Sun, Moon, or Rising conjunct Neptune, Uranus, or Pluto, or it's in your 8th, 4th, and 12th house, I need to let you know it is impossible. It is impossible to tap into that energy without coming across as weird, strange, or overly obsessive compulsive. Some of you are tapping into that energy and it's making you feel weird. It's having you do things that other people might not like. And your lesson through this is you're not weird for doing it. There's actually nothing wrong you're doing. The reason why it's affecting someone else in that sense is because they want to control how you use it. And now you're using it for your own self. And of course, it's causing problems. This is revealing true people's motives. There's certain people in your life who you felt were your friends your whole life until you started doing things true to you, and then they completely switched up. This is what's going to be happening this month and next month, where they never really liked you. They just liked your abilities and your powers. And now that you're taking control over it, oh, they have a problem with it. Act accordingly to those people, because this is a battle you're going to win should you believe in yourself. And that's all you have to do. Okay, so embrace the crazy, embrace the strange, embrace the obsessive compulsion, especially if you have Pluto and Scorpio. It's temporary. You're doing this to really harmonize the shadows of your subconscious more, because the more you do it, the greater understanding you get. And just like Rhoda Benadryl said, those were never friends. It's going to feel like this may never end, but that's an illusion. It will. Neptune's not going to be in Pisces that much longer, and this is that victory lap before we step into so much greater power through here. Okay, so once again, you really want to be mindful of how profoundly you personally connect with all this energy. Once again, there's a huge shifting. Doctor Strange, Sorcerer Supreme. There's a huge, there we go. White Saifu said it best. The more often you do it, the more light there will be. Okay. So you're about to, the last thing I really want to say about this transit is true colors are going to be revealed. There's a lot of these people who put on false light, and their hearts are fully with the darkness. Like, there's a lot of people who do that really evil voodoo witchcraft shit, and they sacrifice people or animals. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people who they are on the side of dark, and that's what I'm saying. Don't, test people's hearts. What do you feel from their hearts? Because that you can't fake. Someone who has a heart of negativity, it will come out, even if they're trying to act like they're filled with love. As some people can do, it's always going to come out, especially the Sagittarius who can just see it, all right? So this is where it's going to come out, because people are going to have to take actions that reveal what their character is. And not only that, as these evil people reveal themselves, don't do this whole "I release you with love" thing. Take it seriously. Do a couple spells to protect yourself if you have to, right? Make sure you're getting respect regardless, and separate yourself from the influence of people who you need. Phoenix said the vampires are going to come out. Bring your sage and torch light. The shapeshifters are coming out. This Cancer season is going to be one to remember. Love will get you killed if you love the wrong person, okay? So just keep that in mind. Be mindful of people who want to give you what you want, but don't necessarily reveal their motives, okay? Be mindful of things that seem too good to be true. And other than that, now that the moon is in Cancer, a lot of these deeper subconscious feelings will continue to raise to the surface. And it's just nothing that you really need to have in your general makeup, because it's all lame, man. It's nothing you once again really need to worry about. Mercury is squaring Chiron right now, and this is where a lot of the sincerity can trigger sensitivities in your identity, ego, and character. And this is the last channeled message that I want to say before we go into the Peace Mobile. Chiron in Aries is bringing up the fact that you're not perfect. It's bringing up the fact that you've done some stuff that you're not the most proud of. But the reason why you're healing it is because you've been lied to. You've been lied to believe that your past defines you, and that you can have labels flung on your name, and so that you're not worthy of respect anymore. And so be mindful of people who bring up stuff you've done in the past to now be a reason for why you don't deserve their respect in the future. That does not come from a place of love. That comes from a place of lameness. And the thing, oh my God, the image that I get is this very fake elitist. There's this fake elite vibration out there. Like, oh, I got the most money. I got the most connections. We're doing the cool stuff. Let me remind you guys, all that shit is fake. All that is just for social media. All of it is fake. All of it is fake. Nobody really lives that life. It's all the flex. It's all the flex. It's all the flex. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's fading away. Like, don't get so caught up in what is mainstreamly accepted, because none of that is real. We're entering into finally this main arc. So for those of you who've kept it real, that's what I'm saying. Like, so you only have nothing to be proud of, but some of you are allowing mistakes you've made in your past to let you get down. That doesn't matter. You were meant to make those mistakes, and they weren't mistakes because you did them. Trust me. You will get clarification from it. And that's not to say that there aren't things you've done that you've been embarrassed of, but don't allow people to shame you because they haven't walked through your shoes, but they can just automatically psychoanalyze you and project their own hatred for you on you. Don't accept that. You're stepping back into a main core. And let me tell you why. Someone who truly has compassion in their heart and someone who truly has love for you will know you might have done stuff that was bad, but they're going to be focused on the you who wants to change. They're going to be focused on the you who's ready to do better for you. Okay? Now, if you're not trying to do better for yourself, hello. Okay. If you're not trying to do better for yourself, then that's one thing. But for those of you who are ready to do better for yourself, what's up, Sheena Lynn? For those of you who are ready to do better for yourself and you're taking efforts to actually do better, but then they want to be like, oh, you're a creeper. Oh, you're a loser. You did all the blah, blah, blah. That's a demon. That's a dark spirit. Don't take people like that seriously. A lot of people are asleep. A lot of people are sheep. So they're false leaders being followed right now. That doesn't matter. Don't take seriously people who do that. Susie said, how can we be better than everyone else in our own mind? Amen. That's pure delusion. It's impossible. Now, there's nothing wrong with believing that you could be the best you can be, right? But the moment you start to assert yourself over someone, like making someone feel like they're less than you, that's fake. You have a lot of narcissists who are in power because their followers are sheep and their followers are people who don't believe in themselves. And those of you who respect yourselves, you see through it right away. So that's the last channel message I have. Don't let people bring up mistakes you've made in your past when you're willingly and actively doing things that you can to be better. The reason why this is good now let me tell you the reason why this negativity is coming up. The negativity is coming up so you can identify where it comes from. Because with this Neptune effect, people don't know how much they're playing themselves. People are not going to know when they do that you're peeping game. So right now, a lot of people in your life, a lot of energies have been in the shadows. This opposition is bringing it up so you can see who is who, and you can now make the changes. So don't run away from the negativity. Don't run away or avoid situations with people that you know don't like you if you have to go through it, because this is your golden opportunity. Trust me, some of these people will switch up, of course, behind your back when they see that certain thing, because sometimes people have to see that. Sometimes people have been pampered their whole life and they can act like straight up brats, or they can act like they're too cool for school until, you know what I'm saying, they meet someone who it doesn't faze. And they're like, what the hell? This works on everybody. I'm able to manipulate everyone with this. These people need to see the fact that they can call you something or tell you something and it genuinely does not affect you. And for some people, it's already happening because you're still living your truth. The reason why most people try and break you down is so that you get off the spiritual path. You're still on it. That lets them know it doesn't faze you. But I'm talking about in person. Sometimes somebody literally, someone literally has to disrespect you to your face, and then you look them back in the face, and you're like, okay, so, and if anything, you give them pity. They're going to hate that. They can't comprehend that. A narcissistic mind cannot really comprehend that. There's a great meme I saw. Somebody who said, oh, I have more money than you, I'm better than you. And the person's like, oh, okay, that's cool. Good job. And the person's like, oh, you're not mad that I'm putting this in front of you. It's like, I don't really even value that stuff. I mean, if you do, that's good. But I value real things like compassion, not finite stuff. You know what I mean? So this is what I'm saying. And in this age and culture, people can look at that and laugh because they're not discerning. They're not wise. Okay, you could be worldly wise. It's a whole thing entirely different to be spiritually wise, to have intrinsic values that will last, whether you have $1 billion or whether you have 2 cents in the bank. You still got $1 billion aura. And moving forward, it doesn't matter if you have $1 billion bank account. It matters if you have $1 billion aura. What's the worth of your aura? Are you taking care of your own habits, your own spiritual energy? Because you can have billions of dollars in the bank. If you have horrible habits, if you have a horrible attitude, you're trash. You're trash. It doesn't matter how many blind followers like you. It doesn't matter how many people who are also toxic like you. Okay, this is what makes the world so deluded, because you have you have like 500,000 toxic people. You can have 2 million toxic people follow another toxic person, and just because that person has 2 million toxic followers, they think that they're successful. You're not successful. You're still toxic, and you're just spreading that toxicity around. You're trash. You're trash. You're popular trash. And we have a lot of popular trash people in the world. And all of that is going in the garbage because you're waking up and we're ready to throw them all in the trash and get some reality up. And it's that simple. But once again, the most important thing is some of you are going to really have independent, unpopular opinions, especially moving forward. And don't let the unpopularity of your opinion or your attitude and mind state stop you from believing in it just because everyone around you doesn't believe in it. I'm talking about something you're convicted of. Sometimes you have to be the one to show them that it's real, especially most of those people who are fake anyway, and they don't know how to think for themselves. Majority of people don't know how to think for themselves. Critical thinking is a rare skill. That's horrible. It's not supposed to be like that. Critical thinking is a rare skill. So having an unpopular opinion is actually, it makes sense that you would think something or know something that other people aren't ready to think or know. And as you claim sovereignty, as you do things that are spiritually sound for yourself, it is going to inevitably clash with traditional and established law and with certain things that are just not right. And that doesn't mean you're not supposed to do that. Welcome to the spiritual war. Okay? So screw all the fake popular trash. We ain't about that over here. We're about real spirituality. And let's hop into the Peace Mobile before we do that. Pause. Kill. Woo! All right, yo. As you can see, this transit has started on the 13th and it's going to end on the 28th. So the new moon starts the transit off. We have Mars opposite the North Node, and we ended off while Mars goes retrograde. And of course, the sun is opposite Saturn. So in between that, right before we step into Cancer season, this grand water trine next week is going to be very important. As we're gaining profound understanding of how to feel psychically about ourselves, Venus will be establishing so much greater karma in what we truly love in this life. Honestly, the rest of this month is going to be bonkers, y'all. Everything is going to change miraculously, provided you're keeping it real. And of course, once again, with the square, to Uranus, this is definitely revealing very powerfully a lot of how these changes are occurring now. Because one of the magical things we have is this sextile. Use this sextile. Speak the weird things of what you feel. And don't be afraid if it's weird. There's nothing rational about emotions, which is the most ironic thing. Whenever you express your feelings, it should be weird because it's not a rational energy. So it's not about being rational. It's just about vocalizing how you feel. Be sincere. If you don't like somebody, be sincere about why you don't like them. Don't just say you don't like them. Sincerity brings compassion. All right. If you don't like what someone's doing, be sincere. Don't hold it back. If you like what someone's doing, be sincere. Okay. Sincerity is what's going to activate this very powerfully. So definitely speak your mind and don't be afraid, like perfectly imperfect set. So Aries moon, Aries rising. We have the Knight of Cups. This is definitely going to have you interact romantically, maybe with a new lover. All right. This is definitely speaking of someone who is going to flex romance towards you. I get the sense this is passive. You yourself want to be encouraged to be so much more spiritual, but I get the sense this is a lot more speaking of you dealing with this Piscean individual, this transit. Okay. And I have one more channel message, because for those of you who are breaking through, like some of you feel like you're ready to break through to the next level of your psychic power, but you're just stuck somewhere. Okay. And let me just kind of say this very sensitively. So what this means is, over the next 2 months, you have to be okay with hearing. You have to be okay with hearing in your subconscious your shadow arise. The water of your shadow is going to reflect the shadows of other people. And you have to be okay with having that Nine of Swords. This means you're evolving. You may hear and feel. See, I hate to say it because some of you may think you're schizophrenic, but you're really not. It's so hard to explain. So you really kind of have to be okay with really feeling and hearing these energies that are negative. Don't let it bring you down. Breathe through it. Let this test how sensitively you are. Don't worry about how real the voices are. And it's not always voices, because some of you, it's both psychological and physical in your real life and in your unconscious world. It's both. Okay. Don't take it seriously. This is psychologically teaching you to respond with sovereignty. This is what's blocking you from that evolution, but it's inevitable. It can't stop this. Okay. So keep that in mind. Taurus moon, Taurus rising. Sean McDougal, exactly. Everyone's mentally ill to a degree. It's just how we cope with it and how we embrace it determines who succeeds from it and who gets caught in it. Taurus moon, Taurus rising, we have the Magician. So believe in yourself, okay? Use a lot of your skills and your talents to turn situations around in your favor and work your personal magic. This is definitely going to bring favorable situation towards you so that you can use your talents and skills once again to resolve situations. Gemini moon, Gemini rising. We have the Chariot card. So you're going to activate your Merkaba. You're going to activate your Merkaba, rather. And you're going to evolve this transit, into your superpower rather, but more so gain momentum. This is a victory card, Gemini, and this victory is all about staying true to that momentum, not getting caught in either side. You have to make sure the polarity is straight. You're going to evolve your light and dark, Gemini, so that you can achieve victory through a lot of what you're doing. This is very, very powerful. So prepare for some powerful triumph, okay? Cancer, Cancer moon, Cancer rising. We have the Two of Pentacles, and the Two of Pentacles is talking about building and gaining momentum as well, but just dealing with the ups and downs. Really stay productive through this transit and really be in a position to really trust your instincts, because you'll be able to really invest in multiple income streams moving forward. Leo, Leo moon, Leo rising. The card that we have is the Two of Swords, all right? Once again, I feel this more sensitively around water and fire, because you're more susceptible to this. All this psychological, spiritual warfare, all this telepathic, negativity stuff I'm talking about, the sole purpose of it is to make you give up and to make you go crazy. That's it. The sole purpose of it is to have you give in and to go crazy. And you don't want to give in, okay? Oh, that's why you want to feel it and just change how you feel. Remember, if you remember you're on a battlefield, you remember war can be fatiguing, but just don't give up. Fight through it, stay strong. Let this empower you. Because sometimes it can feel, if you ever feel like caught off guard, it's okay if you feel vulnerable. It's okay if you feel fed up, because this isn't supposed to be happening. But just stay strong, and you totally will, okay? We have the Two of Swords for you, Leo. The Two of Swords is definitely speaking of you staying objective, all right? You want to stay objective and don't take too many emotional decisions. Guard your heart in the sense where you think logically before you openly express how you feel, okay? Because the indecision you're facing has much to do with people around you who you can't trust with your deep info. Virgo, Virgo moon, Virgo rising, we have the Magician for you as well. So just like Taurus, believe in yourself. I mean, it comes with the sun. So use your talents and use your skills to open powerful doors for yourself. Just like Taurus, you have every single thing that you need moving forward. So use it all, okay? Libra, Libra moon, Libra rising. We have the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is definitely speaking of a reliable, practical, and dependable friend. So this is important because for Aries, we got the Knight of Cups, which is Pisces. And for Aries, we got the Knight of Pentacles, which is Virgo. So definitely rest in the reliability of a practical friend who is definitely going to help you put a lot of what you have in motion, but stably and consistently, all right? It's also saying for you to be consistent as well and reliable. Scorpio, Scorpio moon, Scorpio rising. We have the Four of Swords. I mean, the Six of Swords. The Six of Swords is definitely speaking of you being in a position to transition, okay? You're definitely going to be moving away towards more positivity, especially if you need financial assistance. Where you're moving towards is definitely going to help you get even greater on your feet. The Six of Swords is actually talking about gaining more positivity too. You're sailing towards more positive times. So keep that in mind. Sagittarius, Sagittarius rising, Sagittarius sun. We have the Moon card. The Moon card is going to bring up illusions, and it's going to bring up psychic ability. You're going to be applying your divine sight to the hidden things that other people can't see, all right? Once again, we have like walking away from the Moon to the High Priestess. So it's like things are not as they seem, and you're going to pick up on that. So really read between the lines, because there is a collective unconscious message that you're going to be gaining from people psychically, and trust more in your intuition here. Things are going to get really irrational. So don't try and put logic over this, okay? Capricorn rising, Capricorn sun. We have the strength card. Okay, so this is definitely going to be talking about extra passion. You're going to be harnessing in a very special way a lot more vibrant energy. So do what it is you can to create more fun for yourself. But I see this as evolving into a limitless state where you're able to harness and open your heart in very strong and powerful ways. You can access this by focusing primarily on what it is you're passionate about. Okay. Aquarius moon, Aquarius rising. We have the same card for Libra, the Knight of Pentacles. So this is definitely speaking of being compassionate, but I get the sense that this may be recognition that you gain from someone who's reliable, because this is you as a star, right, Aquarius? But this is a Virgo card once again. So this is you dealing with someone who's very reliable, who's very dependable. I think you're going to be able to work on a project with this person. Once again, it's a Virgo energy, but they don't have to be a Virgo. Okay, someone who's reliable. They're definitely going to be a huge asset and transformative help to you. And Pisces moon, Pisces rising. We have the Three of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles is definitely speaking of you working as a team. Teamwork makes the dream work, and you want to make sure you're staying true to the commitments that you have, all right? And you're staying true and practical to who you have to work with. So if there's anything you want in motion, find a team of people you can work with to make it happen. The card that I have for everybody before I do the super chat is the King of Pentacles. So there's going to be very great material increase for everyone. And let me give you guys homework and a body hack, okay? So the homework for you to do is to really ask yourself, or the homework that you want to really do moving forward is very simple homework. All you want to really do is decide, what are your boundaries? Why are you worthy of respect? What is your personal reason? That's all you want to remind yourself of. And the hack is really just to keep doing the breathing exercise. Breathe in satisfaction, breathe out gratitude. But just remember, why are you worthy of respect? So whenever you feel yourself getting disrespected, you remind yourself of that, and you don't back down from that. You remember that you're worthy of respect. Okay, so keep that in mind. As they say, respect is earned. So make sure people earn your respect. That's more show your homework, okay? Your homework for Mercury and Cancer is the rest of the homework for your life. And it's to make sure people earn your respect before you give it to them. Make sure people earn your respect. Yeah, they might feel that they haven't earned your respect. Sorry, they may feel that you haven't earned their respect, but that is irrelevant. Make sure they earn yours. Whether someone you don't have their respect, don't tolerate disrespect from them, period. They might not respect you, but that doesn't mean that they can disrespect you. And make sure you call out on that, all right? And it is what it is. So let us now get to the super chat. Thank you guys for tuning in. Such a great day, as usual. And shout out to Ralph. Okay, Nubian Queen. I have the King of Cups for you, and this is going to bring, of course, the influence of a very compassionate Scorpio energy man. Doesn't have to be a Scorpio man, but someone who's going to really interact with you on a deep soul level. All right, Girlfish. We have the Hermit card as well as the Three of Pentacles. So you're going to really be putting in a lot of work on any special projects that you've been working on your own, there's definitely a powerful level of understanding and trusting your own inner wisdom. Lady Snake Priestess, we have the King of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles, and it's definitely going to entail you very powerfully not only being dependable, but also being compassionate. There's an emotional intelligence that you'll be practically evolving. Jen Mitchell, we have the Death card. So you want to embrace the transformation of your intuition, which is going to add so much more psychic ability to your plate. Jenny, we have the Soulmate card. So this past ex you're thinking of is visiting you in your dreams, because over the next month, he may come back. I don't know if it's a Sagittarius too, but regardless of if they come back or not, it's definitely speaking of powerfully the nostalgic lessons you've learned. You're having to resolve perhaps a lesson that wasn't learned with him, okay? I'm not currently interested in a social media site, but thank you for the question. Definitely interesting. Olga Martez, we have the Eight of Cups. So you're going to have to seek deeper meaning. It looks like you're walking away of current personal issues so that you can develop a soulmate connection in this relationship, where you might have to isolate and walk away from other stuff in your life to kind of connect more innocently. Sweeter than honey, we have the Knight of Wands. So working on your Pisces MC, you want to be very compassionate. You want to be very passionate, rather, and active. The advice here is to really move around a bit and act off your passionate ideas so that you can definitely gain a lot of, passion and excitement, okay? Julie, we have the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles is definitely talking about dealing with a very wealthy individual who wants to invest in your ideas. So make sure you let them know what your vision is and how they can help. April Williams, we have the Justice card. Karma is on your side. And so make sure you're also holding yourself accountable so that you can sing justice on these fools. Woo. Amorous Crespo, we have the Nine of Pentacles. So this may not have much to do with the 44. Seeing 44 just means the angels are with you, and that you're channeling a lot of angelic info. So when you see the 44, really focus on what you were thinking of when you saw it, because it's letting you know it's confirmed. But the Knight of Pentacles is saying you're coming into great money. So enjoy that. Enjoy that a lot. Oh my goodness. That's lame. You're definitely going to have a lot more money. Okay, so it's money that you've worked for yourself because of your discipline. Empress Daisy, we have the Page of Cups. So there might be a new romantic connection possible. Yes, I'm still in Vegas. There might be a romantic connection possible, but this is talking about new creative talents that are opening up in your heart. So be very open to opening your heart, okay? Chad Taylor, I got the Fool card. The Fool card is talking about a brand new adventure. Shout out to the track you sent, man. Definitely dope. Making Monsters. That's a real track right there. Definitely looking forward to more. And I feel like this new chapter will have a lot to do with music. So be open-minded, okay? Another channeled message that I have for y'all is a lot of this negativity you're feeling, you can really just smile at it, because they're mad because your energy is evolving and there's really nothing else they can do to stop. So it's okay to be peaceful and smile at it. Just make sure you don't necessarily let it get too personal. Lily 626, we have the judgment and death. You're going through total awakening and transformation. Your life is never going to be the same over the next 2 weeks. Embrace this transformation. Embrace this transformation. Embrace this transformation. Swirly 777. And trust me, yes. See, this keeps coming in. Oh my gosh. I think a lot of us are dealing with this powerfully. So this is why this keeps coming. So let me just kind of reiterate. The thing is, the negativity you're feeling, it's coming from a place lower than you. So you don't have to acknowledge it. Does that make sense? Like when people show you love, you show them back respect. When people show you respect, you should show them back respect. Okay? That's just how things work. However, when people are yes, Empress, that means he says yes. That means he says yes. When people are showing you negativity, when people are showing you disrespect, as a royal person, don't let peasants affect you. Trust me, that's all I can say it. That's how I can say it. And I don't mean peasants as in they're poor or they're lower class. I mean they don't respect you. Anyone who does not respect your sovereignty is a peasant. Stop giving your energy to people like that. Just laugh at it because they're so mad that they have to try and tell you something. So that's coming from a lower place. If you give it attention and you feed it, then it's acknowledging that. So don't acknowledge that, okay? Now, Swirly 777, you have a lot of burden on your plate, but everything that you're having to have responsibility for, once you get done with all this work, you're going to have every single one of your wish come true, okay? Yes, regulars. There we go. Ooh, Empress. I pulled the Empress card for you as a supplement card. So that's cool. Swirly 777, you're gonna get all your wishes coming true. You just have to work through your responsibilities. Right now, you have burden, but it's not for nothing. Okay, so make sure you don't procrastinate and you'll be straight. But yes, regulars, you are not regular. You're extraordinary. Okay, so yeah, regulars. I don't like the term muggles because I'm not a Harry Potter fan like that. So regulars is so much better. I like that. Let us live. The message we have is the strength card. Life may be weird, but you're not. You're strong and you're passionate. Okay, and you want to embrace that. You want to embrace everything you love doing as you're about to have much more sexual libido and energy to accomplish whatever you want. Nicole Razy, we have the 6 of Cups. This is definitely talking about connecting with an old friend or a soulmate because they're going to spark an innocence in your heart that you've needed again for a long time, okay? And it's really, 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 really going to be powerful for you, okay? So Empress Daisy, you pulled a card again, and that Empress card is really what was for you, especially with the Ace of Swords. You're going to uncover a new epiphany about the royal queen in your soul, okay, and how to harness her energy. And Miss Kiki, you're definitely going to have to deal when a lot of the telepathy thing I've been talking about applies to you the most because telepathy is a Libra energy. It's the direction of thoughts. Libra is cardinal air. So you're going to find yourself probably with an unpopular opinion. And it's the channel message I'm getting is it doesn't matter if it's just you. You have so much power and strength in your energy that you'll be able to kind of defeat. It's not about defeating, right? But in a figurative sense, you'll literally be able to stand your own in front of hundreds. So don't let it's gonna look like you're burning bridges, but you just stand your ground regardless. Sammy S. The new door that's opening is the control that you're going to have over your life. The Chariot card is going to bless you with power and momentum to accomplish and gain triumph over everything because you just do it, you have discipline when you do it, and you get her done. All right. Layla Jade, thanks for the donation. Destiny is on your side. You want to connect with destiny, and you want to be in a position to very powerfully overturn your situation. especially if you are in a position where your luck was down. Your luck is going to turn around, and it's going to help turn around any recent disappointments. Chris Menefee. Okay, we have the Nine of Pentacles. So over the next 6 months, you're going to enjoy the fruits of your labor, and you're going to have a shit ton of money, brother. So much money that you have worked hard on yourself to gain, and it's really just you treating yourself and enjoying this increase. Sandy Lancaster, the new moon message we have is awakening. You're going to awaken a much greater, and you're going to be in a position to reveal your true purpose. So really embrace everything that changes. It might be a bit dramatic, but it's important. 744, guys, make a wish. Astro Dim, I'm going to get a bay, but when though? Scorpio season or before then. The deadline is Scorpio season, but it doesn't have to be by then. It could be before then. Death is transformation. Death is Scorpio in this deck. So as a timing, we're going to say late November, early November rather, or any time before then. Okay. I say anytime before then because you're a goddess of time. Capricorn, men and women, can mess with manifestations to where they can manifest stuff sooner, just as long as within the time. So let's see right there. Dark Raw Indigo. We have the Eight of Pentacles for you. So it's saying that you want to keep working hard at what you're doing, but be careful of people who try and manipulate you and take advantage of your consistent hard work. Use your hard work for yourself, but not people who don't deserve it, okay? Jessica T, you have all the illumination and you have all the power that you're ready to step into, okay? This energy of love that's going to radiate, now that makes sense. You have Leo energy. So your Leo energy is going to shine love through your heart. And you just want to let that love completely exuberate. And it's really just more courage and brightness. You're stepping into a long period of illumination and happiness, but this happiness is going to come through you to other people. So all you got to do is share that happiness with everyone. Ariel, we have the Hermit. You very primarily to trust your inner guidance and wisdom before you trust anyone else's guidance. People are going to give you, advice here and there, but your inner wisdom is more specialized and you can totally trust it. Shadow Hunters, we have the Death card. So prepare for transformation that's going to be very pivotal, but also very powerful and instrumental for you. Andy West, we have the Six of Pentacles. The Six of Pentacles is definitely speaking. What just happened, guys? Do you guys feel an energy shift? Did anyone over the past 10 minutes send me healing energy? Did anyone do a healing spell? Like, I feel a very beautiful shift. It's like these dark vibes don't even affect me anymore as much. So thank you for whoever did that. I think we all did that kind of. Andy West, we have the Four of Wands, or Andy West and the Healing Rose. We have the Four of Wands and the Four of Pentacles. So for both of you, there's assured material gain. Moonbay, thank you so much. Damn, that energy is so powerful. Your shit. I don't think it was just you too, but whoever else was responsible, y'all are awesome. But it makes sense that your Pisces energy is so powerful, and your Scorpio moon. Thank you so much, because I felt like it was a water thing. I felt it was deep water, so it makes sense. I owe you one. But yes, Four of Pentacles, love you too. Four of Wands, Andy West, and the Healing Rose is saying that you're going to have so much greater money and connection to your family and people around you to enjoy. So definitely enjoy that. King Kappa, we have the Knight of Wands. Go on a road trip. And even if, especially if you found your energy is too stagnant, drive around. The Knight of Wands is talking about a Sagittarius or someone who's very, 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 very instrumental that could kind of add passion to your life. That's going to come through. Lindsay, we have the Two of Wands for you. The Two of Wands is saying that the planning you're making is going to allow you to very powerfully assert yourself into the world. So definitely be open to new ideas that really take your originality and brainstorm what it is you want to move forward, because you're stepping into greater wealth. Jules Kane, we have the Temperance card. So the outcome card of this is in 2 weeks, there's going to be balance in your life. The Temperance takes stuff, but it gives stuff away. And it's going to be changing facets of your lifestyle to where with the right moderation and management, things get balanced and put in stasis. Blizzy boy. Blizzy boy. We have the Eight of Cups. So living in a new state. So this is you leaving the job. Okay, nice. Same thing. So this is talking about you finding a soulmate. The new state that you're working in, you're going to connect with a soulmate that you knew in a past life, and that's going to really connect you with your own inner sincerity and innocence. Okay, so just keep, you're going to seek deeper meaning and find it through this connection. All right, Ash J Mac. We have the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands is saying, stay the course. Don't give up. You're so close to manifesting everything you've wanted. You must stay vigilant. The Nine of Wands is just saying, stay perseverance. Your keyword is perseverance. You have so much strength and experience, and you're about to realize that you're stronger than you could ever realize, okay? Shauna's View. You asked a really good question, okay? So, amazing. Your superpower is the power to make fantasies real and super intuition. The moon is the major arcana card of magic ability and psychic ability. So it's great that you asked about your superpowers and we pulled it. The moon, study the moon card. It's very underrated. Your superpower is not only to have super psychic ability of precognition and just intuition, but you can look into the illusions and subconsciouses of other people. And so when it comes to your spirit guides, they're non-corporeal entities that exist in the emotions and hearts of people. It's actually really dope. And your intuitive gifts and talents with the Five of Swords and the King of Swords is to be able to walk in the chaotic environments and be the person who has the objective clarity. You can look at two people arguing and you can be the King Solomon and be like, okay, this is where you're wrong, this is where someone else is wrong, because you're objective, okay? Claire Underwood. We have the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is saying that he feels you're dependable. He feels you're reliable. This is him right here. This is a Leo and an Aquarius card. So I don't think he's sending you telepathic messages. I think you're telepathically picking up on his mind. Okay. And this is where some of you are gaining so much psychic ability. What feels like a telepathic message, guys, is actually you picking up on what they're feeling or thinking about you. But they're not sending you the message. It's like you're just picking up on it. And it's outside of time. So it doesn't have to be that moment they said it or did it. That's not necessarily how it works. But I get the sense that you're feeling his subconscious because you're definitely the more psychic person in the relationship. KB Shane. We have the Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles is definitely talking about new income, new opportunity for growth, and a healthy new beginning. It's the best case scenario, honestly. King Kappa, we have the Knight of Pentacles. So this is definitely, oh, this is the card I pulled for Libra. So it's double for you. It's definitely speaking of you being reliable, dependable, but it comes with the star. So there's a power play here. I get the sense that you're going to make a connection with someone who's plugged and is in a position to really be dependable. Rebel Jade's Fire. We have the Death card for you. So the thing with your career is you want to be willing to transform it completely. It's coming with the Page of Cups. So it's going to have to do with you doing a career closer to your artistic side, something that you love, but it's going to require completely transforming everything. Moon Bear, things will change. We have the Hermit card for you. The Hermit card is saying that there is an internal message that you need to receive that's going to spark a lot of excitement. And it's all your Virgo rising, because you're Scorpio. So your Virgo energy and this Hermit energy, there's this internal wisdom in your Scorpio moon and your Virgo energy that's going to remind you of something that's gonna snap in like, oh snap. It's like a key that you always had, but you didn't access. And it's gonna make itself known with this Cancer energy. Rainbow. Okay. So you personally are the message I have for you, Rainbow, is you're dealing with people's subconscious selves. So over the next 4 weeks, people are going to get really sensitive towards you. And that's because there's like this Uranian energy around you that's going to, in a frequency sense, right? Everyone has this their own frequency, but this Uranian energy is going to be glitching their frequency. It's going to be expressing a discordant frequency that is taking that thing and it's and the purpose of this is to reveal their true character, right? When everyone's in their flow, they can act whatever. But this is to see how people act when they're uneasy. And they're going to be uneasy, but you're going to be seeing directly through what you have to see. So be at calm with the awkwardness. This is going to create a lot of awkward scenarios. Be calm with it because it's really your spirit guides playing games with those people so that they reveal what they might not have revealed. Okay, Lena Love. We have the Four of Wands. So your love life is going to be looking really amazing. Really, really, really amazing. And it's also definitely going to key in and speak of a reunion with you and a soulmate. When it comes to your love life, you're going to be speaking of moving in with this person. So prepare for that. And this is going to be amazing. You and this person are going to enjoy living together as well. Rosalind Steele, we have the Four of Wands with you too, but also the Fool. So you could be moving into a new place. This is definitely talking about a whole new chapter where you're at. So it's going to be very fruitful. You're going to really connect more with your neighbors and people in your community. Andrea Hoops, we have the Temperance. As a collective, we are a spirit tribe that can combat all dark forces with love. Amen, Andrea. And we have, of course, the Temperance card, but we also have the Three of Cups. So you're going to find that all the friends you have in your life, their lifestyles are balancing, your lifestyles are balancing. And I'm specifically picking up, Andrea, that certain people who you couldn't hang out with, now you're going to develop your friendship with more because now your schedules are aligned. And it's like you can finally, move forward. And it, not that you didn't before, but it's like the next chapter too. Rev Sharon Shaw, thank you so much. I'm Aquarian and my Leo are trying to come together. We do have the Chariot card, but I also want to get the Five of Swords. So the Chariot card is talking about you gaining momentum. But here's the thing. You're going to be moving forward in your life. And as you're gaining victory, certain people are inadvertently going to try and stand up and block you. Now, this is very unorthodox, but you want to take the car of your Chariot and run them flat over. Don't even do this thing where you like play chicken with them and then you swerve out the way, like run them flat over, like boom, and teach them what happens when you get in the way of an Aquarius goddess at that. Shauna's View. We have you want to move around with your energy as well, because a lot of your energy is not only transforming, but it's allowing for a much, it's allowing for a much greater level of courage, especially when it comes to your love life. You're not going to be single much longer. It could be a Sagittarius who hops in your life because they really love your Leo moon. Okay. Shannon Southard, we have the Five of Cups. You're feeling lost because your inner child is mourning the loss of something that didn't go out the way that it wanted to. So I think you're intellectualizing your feelings and you're not letting your inner child cry. So just kind of mourn for a little bit and then be prepared to move on. And after you let those feelings out, you'll gain greater clarity. Diane, we have the Six of Cups. So you're really learning through childhood lessons through nostalgia. Jupiter and Scorpio wants you to connect with perhaps someone from your past that you had an argument with, but you can patch things up so you can both graduate the lessons of karma that you had for each other. Cindy G, we have the Judgment card. You're getting ready to awaken to your higher purpose, and this is going to affect you in a very intense way that will use Pluto to change your life. Be prepared to awaken to your true self. To music to tweet to. We have, just like Rev Shah, the Chariot and the Five of Swords. But behind the Five of Swords is the Four of Wands and the Nine of Pentacles. So you're going to have opposition. You're going to start, people are going to start liking more what you're doing, and haters will come up and just drive through the haters, run them over, and you'll get victory after that. So any kind of opposition that comes is a telltale sign that great victory is coming right after. Connie, we have the World card. Now listen very close to me, Connie. You should be very excited, because the World card means your music path is going to get you world success. You're going to be world famous. Not even world famous. The fame doesn't matter. You're going to be successful and respected here. So don't give up, because this music path is going to complete. It's going to be a long journey, but you're going to gain straight, victory, all right? Gladiator and Sweats, we have the Death card for you. So your magic ability is transforming so that you can gain mastery. All you need to do is just shed any of the bad habits here. The Capricorn guy kind of has good intentions. The only thing bad he wants to do to you is bad things in bed. That's about it. But he definitely has a feeling and sensation of love that he wants to connect through. Cameron Campbell, we have the Strength card. So what's in store for your career is added passion. You want to find ways to love more what you do, okay? And this is going to make what you do in your career so much more fun, which is a great thing, okay? Zach, the Grand Water Trine in your chart is going to make you so much more emotional, but and you're going to be very moody over the next 2 weeks. But a lot of this moodiness is really just to expose facets of your feelings that aren't you. So just feel the moodiness, Zach, feel the emotional energy, and what you know isn't you, just release. That's all it's doing. It's bringing the water up from your subconscious so you can release it and then hold space for even greater psychic ability. Rachel Pez, we have the Gemini card, the Lovers. So with the Tower card, I want to say now. You're going to get the house now until next week. Gemini season is now. So this is what will bring this in. I want to say anytime from now till next week, because next week the sun will be out of Gemini if it's that quicker. And even if it's not now, we want to look to next month. I'm getting now, though, especially with the Tower, like pretty instantly. Ralph Marley, we have the Sun card. Okay, so we have the Sun and the Judgment card. So it's interesting. In your case, you can't really manifest your twin flame or your soulmate because you've already manifested them in your life. You're just having to kind of, it's fixed for you. So trust me, when it happens, it'll be great. But the Sun and the Judgment card is talking about happiness and awakening once again. It's Sun and it's Pluto. So you want to really focus a lot on your happiness. The more happy you are and the more focused you are, the quicker you'll meet them. But it won't really be a quicker thing because they're already in your life. Once you realize that, they'll be here. Okay, it's highly magical. It's a very occult principle. They're trying to teach you this. The best way is to know that your soulmate is super psychic as well. So think of them on that level as opposed to someone who is unawakened, and it will change everything, okay? They're waiting for you to make that shift too. Yellow Bone American, we have the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords is talking about arguments and making sure you don't let people twist your name. You don't have to really stoop to their level, but be prepared for some people to open up about differences they have with you and know that that person isn't looking for peace. So now that you know that, you don't have to take it that seriously. Christy Caballero, we have the Tower card. So for your long distance love, It's coming with the Judgment. There's instantly going to be changes that can change the whole course of whether you're still going to be together with this long distance love, like perhaps an instant move or an instant breakup. No matter what happens, it's meant to guide you along your higher purpose. So be prepared for this. Butterfly kisses from angels' loves. We have the Four of Pentacles. So this is the stability between you and your twin is coming greater through you gaining more money in your career field and recognition. We have the Death card for you, Aaron Orion. So where you are on your journey is great transformation, and the next step is for you to discover the truth of who you are, because the old you has shedded and you are no longer the caterpillar. Dara D, which guy should I choose and which is my next move? Well, the guy you should choose is the guy who truly makes you feel happy. But regardless, Dara, this is talking about happily ever after bliss and love for you. I get the sense it may not even matter who you choose, but you want to choose the person who definitely makes you feel the most happy here. I get the sense that it's going to happen organically to where things just won't work out with the wrong people, but you don't want to think that any one of them is wrong, okay? IMP, we have the 10 of Cups for you too. So Mercury in Cancer has great celebration and great magical manifestation for you, all right? Anastasia Gardner, we have the World card, which has a lot to do with Saturn and also Capricorn. This is talking about manifesting total success with that conjunction. So really tap into the supreme power here that is definitely possible, and tap into that World card energy. The King of Pentacles, Sheena, for you is talking about dealing with a wealthy individual, but also coming into great wealth yourself. If anything, your finances are going to be transforming to where you become a millionaire because of the work you've done. You're stepping into that. I think you've been keeping it low key, how much money you've really been making, but it's definitely going to move forward in that sense. Crystal 33, we have the Page of Pentacles for the Knight of Pentacles for you, which is talking about dependability, practicality, and a reliable friend who is going to enter your life very soon if they're not already in your life. Patty K, we have the Magician. So the Magician card says you do know what to do. Believe in yourself and use your skills. Dealing with your finances, first of all, surrender, of course, needing to know what to do, but you have the skills necessary to gain more finances for yourself. So do that for now and just trust your decisions, okay? Give it maybe another week and there will be an idea, an epiphany that allows you to know how to do. So stay inspired. Any messages? We have success. You're completing a lesson and you're getting ready to graduate a lot of what you've been through in your life. So prepare for a lot of success that will come with this and to start a new beginning. Caroline Leduc, congratulations. There's celebration. There's a lot of partying. And there is a sanctuary in your home you will manifest. This is a very positive card. Michelle Garcia, we do have the Page of Pentacles. So I think there's some research and studying you're doing into what you're learning. But the Page of Pentacles is talking about an increase in your finances due to you staying consistent and reliable. You want to really focus on what you're doing to rebrand yourself and to take things practically. The move will also be well because you'll gain money if you need to, all right? Naneru Hog, we have the Four of Wands for you as well, which is definitely speaking of greater stability in your home and greater celebration, all right? Chemistry, we have the Two of Wands, but it's also coming with the Hangman. And this is talking about you transforming a lot of your personality into a much greater portion of yourself that can handle added responsibility as you step into greater success. Stellar, we have the Tower card, but it's also coming with the Lovers. So there's a bit of a whirlwind romance in the works. I think like this, you're going to really fall in love with someone who has the hots for you. Be very mindful that this doesn't go too out of control, but it's going to be very, very, very sexually satisfying. Aphrodite, we have the King of Swords, and we also have the Moon card. And we also have the Hierophant card. So your objectivity and your ability to really not take sides and be impartial will allow you to attract this king as well, but see through behind the scenes as everything isn't as they seem. I think you're going to see through the status quo of an establishment in a way that will give you a unique ability to maneuver through any falsities. Danielle Tasso, you have the 10 of Cups. I like how you commented a heart because this is definitely going to speak of the love that's going to well up in your heart, especially if you're with someone right now. It's just going to be super blissful and very enjoyable. Lex, we have the 8 of Swords. You're stuck right now and you're indecisive. You're very closed off, and I get the sense that you're thinking negative thoughts. So don't be too pessimistic. Your pessimism is keeping you stuck, or your cynicalness is keeping you stuck. What you would rather do is take every negative thought and switch it with the positive, uplifting one that will open up your possibility. Don't worry, it's temporary anyway, and you won't be stuck forever. Rafaela. So there is a body transformation, right? But the support your boss will give is only dependent on whether everything is accountable. Because if your boss feels like he may be going against the law or certain things aren't right, he won't do it. As long as it's karmically sound and as long as it's okay, he's all for it, okay? And he's definitely more compassionate than it may seem, he or she. All right, Nayeli, we have the 2 of Pentacles. So your ex-partner isn't outright sending projections deliberately. If you pick up on them, it's indirectly. If anything, the 2 of Pentacles is saying that your productivity and focusing on how well you generate and manifest money for yourself will help alchemize any projections as well as make you more money. So definitely keep your mind on the money. K. Martin, your money rather. Judgment. There's an awakening for you, K. Martin. You want to review your entire life and everything you've done to get you here because you're getting ready to be guided to your true life's purpose. Tammy, we have the Temperance card for you. And we also have the King of Wands. The King of Wands is talking about moderation in your life, and it's also speaking of balance. Okay, so with great moderation and management, you'll be straight. Crystal 33, we have the King and Queen of Pentacles, so your business is going to be very successful. I get the sense that you'll be working with someone else at the top of their game in an effort to very powerfully come into much greater money. Sassy K, we have the 5 of Pentacles, and we also have the 6 of Cups. So you or this person may not be the most well off financially, but I get the sense, this is so symbolic. I get the sense that even if you don't have the most, the love is still there. So it is coming soon. Scorpio is a sun. The 6 of Cups is a Sun in Scorpio card, so it's going to be with this Jupiter and Scorpio transit, and it may be before. Or by October, November. Okay. Red, we have the Magician card. Use your skills and your talents. You have everything you need in order to accomplish whatever you want. As above, so below. Everything you're doing with your willpower will manifest with your beliefs. So definitely make it happen for yourself, whatever you want to happen. And it's talking about manifestation of what you put your mind to. Kalina OT, we have the Hermit card for you. The Hermit card is saying trust your inner wisdom and guidance before anyone else's inner wisdom and guidance, and really take in mind what you've learned with being isolated for a period. Miss Meme Sanchez, 33, we have the Page of Pentacles, which is encouraging you to also invest in yourself, and not only invest in yourself, but to know you have superstar magic power. I'm getting the sense that you're building a brand you want to put all your money in, even if it's not that much, and just slowly grow it. Okay. In Shauna's view, we have the Judgment cards for you. So the multiple synchronicities is speaking of the awakening you're stepping into, okay, and that you want to embrace wholeheartedly. Diavolo, thank you guys so much again. All right. He said I should pull for people. Pamela Stephanoidis, we have the Judgment card for you and the King of Swords. So you're going to be awakened through this very objective individual. Kathleen, we have the Four of Cups for you, which is saying you want to really, of course, contemplate, because you're going to come up with, you're going to understand your magic a lot more personally through this in very powerful and amazing ways. Sassy K. Wait, I think I know I did use already. Hold on. Cynthia Owen. We have the Eight of Cups, Cynthia. So be prepared to walk away from that which doesn't serve you. Okay. And be prepared to seek deeper meaning in your experiences. Okay. Boo! Sassy, we have the Six of Wands, so you're definitely going to be stepping into so much more abundance and recognition. You're going to be definitely popular. Android 22, we have the King of Cups, so you definitely are going to activate your Scorpio rising. I think a Scorpio might come into your life, and it's definitely going to be powerful. And Cece, we have the Hierophant card, so there might be marriage in very soon for you. You want to really ask yourself, what do you want in marriage? Infinite Being, we have the Hierophant for you as well, but also the Four of Wands. This is marriage. Infinite Being, this is marriage. So is this something you're seeking? You want to really talk to yourself about how serious you are about this and really reuniting with something. This doesn't even have to be marriage as much as it is like connecting much stronger with the community you love. All right. And Kita Zaveri, we have the Three of Cups. The Three of Cups is saying go out with some friends and celebrate, because we have the Star card too. So there's overall really great messages. There's great energy in store for you. That's going to be very, 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 very powerful. Get ready to enjoy your celebration, celebrate your successes. Karen Christakos, we have the Four of Wands for you as well. So there's not only great celebration, but there's rewards for your hard work that you're definitely going to enjoy. Okay. And Sadie, just like for everyone, if you guys are open for a soulmate, call in your soulmate right now. Put your hands on your heart and say, I call in my true, most relevant soulmate to me romantically or whatever, and enjoy what comes. All right. So y'all stay blessed. Be prepared to be sincere above all costs. And until next time, peace.